what I've done with this horn is I've offered it up to the bow that I've previously got and taken sort of rough measurements of size-wise from the nocks that are already there. So for the upper knock, generally that's a bit more pointed, so we can use the upper part of the horn, and the lower knock, again, it's slightly sort of more rounded and squat, so we're going to use a slightly lower section. We can cut through this, have a look, and make sure there's no sort of massive cracks or anything running up the inside. We want this bit to be nice and secure, because this is what the string's going onto, so we don't want it to fail on us, because that could cause massive damage to the bow. The other thing as well, we've got two horns. One had a lot larger hole sort of here, so I've gone for one that's fairly closed up, so by the time we've come up here I'm hoping it's kind of sort of a nice single homogeneous piece, and there aren't, as I said, lots of cracks in it. Yeah, this is stinky. So just having a quick look at these pieces now, I think the only thing of consideration is this line here. I don't know if that's going to cause us any issues at all. And likewise here, I'm less worried about this piece because it's heading up into the point, and there's going to be a hole here, so we're shaping around this. This piece, in theory, has got a mark going all the way through it, but we'll have a look and see if we can go and get something decent out of it. If not, as I said, this is all an experiment. If it doesn't work out, then we will start again. I think what I'll probably do with this piece is kind of work towards this end, so you see there's a larger kind of nice black mass away from any marks here. So we'll try and use this sort of upper section rather than down here, and see how we get on. So now that we've got our piece of horn cut, we're using the tip here and then a section taken from lower down, and I've taken some of the bulk off it. It's a little bit wonky, and we can see there's a bit of a fissure there, but I'm going to be mainly sort of going into this section here for the lower knock, so it should be okay. We'll take our modified drill bit and then just come back ever so slightly, so we've got plenty of meat there. And we're going to go down to probably about 3/4 of an inch, or until that taper finishes. And man, this stinks. Just going to let it run around a bit without actually pushing it. Properly clear that hole. And we've got a very nice tapered hole. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. A nice tapered hole there. I'll use a point or something to clear out the grot from in the middle. And we've got ourselves a nice tapered knock. Or tapered knock hole. And we do exactly the same on this piece. Make sure we've got plenty of meat there. One thing I've learned over the years is if you're ever going to blow into a hole, make sure you shut your eyes. There you go. And that's our 2 holes done. And they're ready to then shape into the nocks that will hold our string eventually. Next thing will be to shape up the ends of the boat, and we will do that on the sander. So I've got my point here as well, just as a reference for the angles on it. So we're just going to eye it up. And start putting our angles on. That's looking pretty close in terms of angles, which is good, and we're just working it down and getting rid of the old nocks. Slightly narrower angle. It's looking pretty good for that one. Let's just do a test fit. Yeah, that's pretty tight on there. Although it's not in the correct orientation, that's what we want. That's good. Okay, now to do the other end. It's pretty close already. trying to centralise that point. Why is it when you get over 30 you make silly noises? Whenever you stand up or sit down. Right, we're nearly there. Just needs to do a little bit deeper. I think we were lucky with that first one. It didn't require much fettling or changing. Yeah, that feels a lot better. Let's just check it. It's still not quite right. There you go, that's much closer. Yeah, that feels pretty good there.